Start recording. Start streaming.
Burn up.
Go live. Playing theme song. Well. Damn, I could play that whole song, man. Dave is getting down with that guitar.
Yeah, I can't hear. I just hear little bits coming through. It's weird.
I know. I don't know why I can't get that to play to you, but
I mean, I can go on to Facebook and just turn on the sound and listen to it also. But
right, that'll mess you up because there's a
yeah.
delay. Anyway, welcome. It is show number 68.
Whew.
It is Al from Dtown&Chili442 Show. Getting busy on a Sunday night. Like we always do.
What else is there to do?
Nothing. Nothing at all. How are you feeling? You know, with everything going on in your body and everything.
I've been hot for the last week. I've been kind of in a flare, and I'm just hot. It's like 60 out in the garage. I'm in a t-shirt, and I'm just like, I'm still hot. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It sucks.
Well,
But I've been that way all week. I sweat a lot. It's just hot all the fucking time. But it just comes and goes. These little phases, these flares.
I wonder if men kind of go through like you know how women go through menopause and they get hot flat. I wonder if guys kind of go through like a similar type deal. And you know,
I've had it in life.
We just don't complain as much as the ladies.
No, but I mean,
a
even
sexist would say.
No, but even before going through all this, I would have hot flashes at times, weird stuff. I don't know, sometimes like, sinus related or whatever. And it's just like, man, must be what it feels like to be a woman going through menopause, where all of a sudden it's just like you're just tearing off all your clothes. You're just sweating, the next thing you're cold, and it sucks.
Yeah.
The thermoregulation,
Claudia said, watch it out. I said a sexist would say something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'd love to go outside. Like the other day, I was in flare, and I stood outside, and it was probably like 10 or 20 degrees out, and I just stood out back for like 5 minutes till I'm like, okay, I'm clutching the doorknob. I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I go inside. It's just like to freeze my body. It's like, oh, that feels good for a while. It kind of breaks it. It sucks.
Oh man.
I'll get through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done killing me, it's gonna make me stronger, right?
Yeah. Now you're all hot. But I mean, are your hands and shit getting better where you're using them, being able to use them a lot more?
I can do little things around the house, but like I haven't been like working on any cars just my body bending over and doing stuff. But no, my hands they're kind of a little torn up again, and not too bad. I can do basic shit. I mean, they're pretty scaly still, scabby and all that crap.
I guess
palms.
I guess what I'm kind of. I mean, can you still rub one off if you have to?
If I need to, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
What the fuck?
Maybe well, because I worry about you, and I don't want you to have a bunch of pinned up aggression. So, I was thinking maybe either a fuzzy mitten or an oven mitt. That might help too.
Thanks for the suggestions.
No problem, man. Uh, that's what I'm here for. I'm just if I can help a couple people out in the world.
I thought you wanted to help. I mean, you're just making suggestions,
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna come over and help you. I'm not gonna wear the oven mitt or anything. I mean, although I did tell you if you couldn't like hold your junk, I'd use like barbecue tongs to help you pee and stuff like that.
I appreciate it. No, I'm
No,
good.
no problem. And I'm not gonna look, so you're probably gonna get pinched a couple times and shit like this, because I'm gonna kind of be looking away, and just
Yeah. Yeah. We got to avoid eye contact.
yeah, yeah. That'd be weird if we didn't. Oh man, don't tell me they're gonna try to make nothing's free anymore, man. I'm trying to get on the AP. What did the groundhog say? Oh, here it is.
I don't know.
6 more weeks of winter.
I figured anyway. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to hit a kind of decent high 40s. I think I even saw a 50 sneak in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting ready to get that part where you're almost start getting spring fever. And then I got a feeling in March it's just going to kick us right in the balls.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got easy. I mean, until the end of March, anything is possible. After that, once you get into April, you're usually done. But all the way until the end of March, we could have any time you could have a foot of snow. It's just
well, no,
but they got some fucking cold weather out east.
Oh,
there's a New Hampshire wind chill like -100.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder how when you walk outside, like how many minutes until like bare skin is frostbite. I mean, your time is limited.
I'm almost betting you're. Yeah, I wouldn't even say. I wouldn't think you would have minutes. I would
like
say
your face to walk to your car. I mean, how much time do you have at 100 below wind chill?
You pretty much got to shut everything down. And if something happens, you're not going to get linemen out there. If you lose power or something like that, who's going to go climb a damn telephone pole when the wind chill is 100 below? I mean, they'll do it, but I don't think half your equipment's going to work and shit.
I can't imagine what that's like. Because I've been in Cat, they've got a cold room, and we had it 24 below, and that's temperature. You go in there and there's fans running everywhere, and you have to put the coat on and the bib, pants, and all that stuff, and as soon as you come out, your glasses frost over, and everything, and that's wicked. I can't imagine 100 below. That's nuts.
Yeah, well, I mean, hydraulics and shit quit working, for
yeah. Oh, yeah. There was one guy was with he had a tractor in there in the cold room. Like I said, it was 24 below. That room can go down to 40 below, and it was 24 below. And we put 4 fresh batteries in this thing, and they got in there to crank it. And I think it has to hit like 300 RPMs for like it'll start firing injectors. And it hit like 90, and it just went to 0. Just like it's not going to happen. I mean, it didn't break a starter or anything, but it just took down 4 brand new batteries just that charged overnight. Boom, drained them all. It's rough.
All right, there is one, and I was gonna kind of save this for news and just kind of, but I wanted to see how you felt about this, if you were on the same boat or if you think this is cool. Remember the dodo bird?
Yeah.
This prehistoric bird. They're talking about trying to bring that back. They've actually got DNA. and they've actually got a bunch of investors behind them that want to get behind this. You down with that?
I think it's interesting that all the species that die off, like, daily, yearly, and all the new ones, and we're going to bring back. It sounds like some Jurassic Park shit, and it's like,
Yeah,
what could go wrong,
that's what I mean. And to me, uh, those species went extinct for a reason. I don't think we were hunting them.
No.
Not like that. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
Leave well enough alone.
yeah, that would be like it would be cool to see a real life woolly mammoth, but in a way, you'd want that thing caged, but like you said, a Jurassic Park type deal where they, you know, escape and shit. Yeah, I would not want to run into like a woolly mammoth outside the Kroger's.
Hell no.
you know, and I got peanuts or something in my bag, and he starts running after me, and you know,
I'm with you.
I don't know. I don't think you play with science like that. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about was we have dropped all the COVID shit. You don't
We
have,
have.
yeah, you don't have to wear a mask in a nursing home. You don't have to do any of that.
Really, the last time I guess a month or so ago, I went to the DMV and they all had masks on, and
Yep.
they had a sign on the door that said, it's voluntary. I had mine in my hand. I stayed back away from them. It's all good. To me, man, 3 years. This has been really since this broke. 3 years. Anybody, I mean, COVID, it's like everybody's had it. If my sister's had it 3 times. I've even had it, and I don't leave the house hardly. You know what I mean? It's like 3 years of a bad flu. I mean, come on, like we have to move on. I'm glad.
Uh,
I mean, how long could this go on? You want to do this for five? I
but
mean, seriously.
but there was money that was taken and put in advance for several more years. That money's already been allocated. So what's going to happen to that money? Does that go back or does it keep funding?
I don't know.
Huh. Just curious. I mean, I was just, you know,
I don't.
kind
I
of
have
in
no idea.
because we threw trillions of dollars at that.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it was spent. A lot of it still hasn't been spent. Because hell, when we were doing the city council meeting on Wednesdays, uh, I think Decatur still had like couple $1 million, couple $100 million from COVID relief. So
It's interesting what's going to happen to all that. But I don't know. I mean, gear up for the next thing, which I'm sure there's going to be another.
well, no,
And
they already went. They already did that. They jumped from COVID to climate change.
I know, but okay, when COVID started, the whole we don't have masks. They showed these videos of people in a back room in a third world country stitching together masks, and I'm like, come on now, I mean, it was absurd. So it's like, can we prepare a little more if this is if we really feel this is an issue?
Yeah.
Do we have a COVID czar? Remember years ago, Obama appointed the Ebola czar.
Oh yeah. I don't know
And
if
what happened to that dude? He just sitting in an office, just collecting checks. I mean, did he become the COVID czar? Do we have? I mean, I don't know.
I and now that Fauci didn't he retire?
Oh, I don't know. I wish.
I think he retired. Um, who's our because he was the head of infectious disease. What do they call that? What was he the head of?
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta see if he retired.
director of.
Uh, Boy, there's a lot of. He's got a lot of bad stories, and it says Dr. Fauci paid Chinese virologist to create bioweapon.
Oh yeah, there's all that out there. I mean, of course, but
That's MSN too. That's not just some right wing shit. Hmm. I don't know. No, I guess he still is a dude. Okay.
maybe he's not going to retire. Maybe he just can't make up his mind, kind of like the mask thing. Don't wear a mask. Masks, if it makes you feel better, wear a mask. You definitely need to wear a mask. Don't hesitate to wear two masks to give you more protection. Masks do not help you, and he was all over the place.
I don't know. I'm kind of. I mean, if somebody has got something that's like real viral or something, I'd want them to wear a mask if they
Sure.
have it. And if I knew I was going to be around that person, I probably would wear a mask.
Yeah, but to force everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
I'm sure it saved a lot of lives. That and the lines on the grocery store floor. The arrows.
Whatever happened to those? I miss that piece of plexiglass when I was talking to the girl at Casey's that somehow it wasn't going to go around, or anything like that. It was just one square. But okay, so you're anti bringing back the dodo bird.
I don't know. Like I said, what could go wrong?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Evan, let's do a little bit of news. Drunk cop strips, flashes private parts outside deputy commissioner's office.
These cops are crazy these days.
Man, what is going on? There is one. Where is it? I gotta find this.
Are they just taking anyone, or do these guys just really feel they're above the law?
I. It's that power thing, dude. And
Okay.
and some people deal with it, and some people don't know how to deal with it. They get it, and then they want to flex it.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I can't find this damn. I knew it wasn't on this one, but there was a dude in India that signed up for this class, and there was around 320 spots open for this class, for this medical class that you have to take to become a doctor. So he signs up for it. He walks in. He's the only male student. So it's him and like 320 females. He passed out. You know why, don't you? That all that blood rushed to that other head.
Yeah. I'm with you.
That guy, man, he's probably still smiling. Dumbasses. All right. Airmark apologizes for serving racially insensitive meal at Nyack Middle School on the first day of Black History Month. The meal was fried chicken and a watermelon dessert.
My God.
Come on, man.
It's so stupid, but no, you wouldn't. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't look at that and just, that wasn't an accident.
No, that wasn't an accident. And that was somebody trying to be funny and shit. And it's just not. That is the kind of person that keeps hate and division alive and running rampant through our country.
Yeah.
Loose cow.
Not cool.
No, not at all. And I heard they're making them, a lot of them go through sensitivity training and all this bullshit. No, you find out who was in charge of that, and you fucking fire them because they need to know. You know, and you can say, "Oh, that's a little harsh. It was a joke." No, it wasn't. You know, I mean, it just
Yeah.
wasn't. That was done intentionally, and you're a douchebag. And
I'm with you.
and fuck you.
I'm with you.
Loose cow in California breaks windshield, poops on Tesla.
Man, even cows got it in for Teslas.
Man, he can't catch a break.
What did that Tesla do to you?
Uh-oh. I hope my little buddy Kyle don't listen to this show. Human penis found in Alabama gas station.
Where, just on the floor, or in the... Somebody left their penis on the floor?
A human penis was found in the parking lot of an Alabama gas station. It was found shortly after 6 a.m. Monday on Interstate 10 in Mobile.
Is there a reward for it?
Cops are looking for a man with no penis.
I think this is a con job. I just saw this clip from a movie, is flipping channels, and this woman is in a gas station park by the pumps, and she's looking around, and she goes to the guy, she's like, I've lost my ring, and blah blah blah, and I'll give you a reward if you find it. I've got to go. I've got a meeting. I'll give you $400 if you find it. So the next she takes off. The next thing, this little girl walks up, picks up this ring, and he says, "Oh, hey, I'm missing that." And the girl's like, "Well, what's it to you?" And so he gives her like 200 or $250. She meets up with her mom. The story, the con job, and he calls her, and of course she doesn't answer. It was a pretty slick deal.
Oh, hell yeah!
So I think this was a scam. They probably have a reward for this penis, and
actually, the police department thinks it may be from a victim of a deadly motorcycle crash on a nearby highway. Christopher Means, 29, died after losing control of his motorcycle and being hit by multiple vehicles.
Blues knocked his penis right off.
You know what, dude? Honestly, I'm sad that the dude died. Mm-hmm. However, he would not have wanted to live.
That's a good call.
Not 29 years old, and you're not going to have a dick anymore? No. Just go ahead, pull the plug. Here, put the plug in my hand. I'll fucking pull it from the wall myself.
If your other injuries are so bad that couldn't have been his only injury.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the rest of them was pretty beat up too. It caused that kind of dismemberment.
Why police did not explain how the appendage arrived at the gas station. Local report. What if it hitchhiked?
Does it have thumbs?
That guy was a real dick, always hanging around those two fucking nutty guys. Local reports say the surveillance video appeared to show it fall from a truck that had stopped to get fuel.
Can you imagine rolling up to get some gas and a dick falls off your vehicle?
Oh my God.
Now what did I hit?
Or just think if some chick went to her boyfriend's house to pick him up, and he goes to get in and some fucking dick's in the fender well. He's like, what are you doing, just driving through a field full of dicks?
See the size of the dick on that bug you hit?
I apologize, folks. Me and Evan are,
stupid.
Yeah. Man walks into San Bernardino police station, drops off human jawbone.
Okay. We have questions.
Uh, oh, wow. Authorities are searching for the man now who dropped off the human remains at the police station on Thursday. The man was seen entering the police station, approaching a public counter where he placed what intentionally appeared to be animal remains and a human jawbone. He then left the police station before officers could locate him. Man, this is a kind of weird. Here, I'll see if I can't get this on.
Wow.
Yeah, this ain't you wouldn't want this dude like babysitting or nothing. You wouldn't say, "Hey, bud, you think you could keep an eye on the place?" See if I can get this switch over. Yeah, he's a weirdo, man. And display. I don't know why I can't get that to blow. It's a horrible picture. But there. Anyway, there he is right there. And I'm sorry, I can't. It won't blow up the picture anymore, so that's all you get.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, some weirdo just walks in like that and drops off a jawbone and shit. Oh.
He's just wanting attention.
You think that's it, Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this story, this was amazing, and hopefully I can get a better picture of this. And you got to go. I think they even might have a video. A woodpecker stored over 700 pounds of acorns in the walls of a California home.
Wow.
These people kept saying, we got a bird up there. We got a bird. Well, they cut a hole in the bottom of the where the baseboard would be, and these acorns just start rolling down the walls and shit. 700 pounds. Hold on,
It beats a bunch of razor blades in the wall.
Yeah, here we go. At first, I was like, man, I don't want to open that because I thought it was going to be like like bugs or something like that. So I didn't want to see it. But yeah, let me flick this real quick. And
I've found some stuff that, mice have stashed in cars and stuff. It's pretty amusing, but woodpecker, man, I didn't know they did that.
I can't play the audio on this, but see if we can. Yeah, here we go. So these are just like all these nuts. See where they cut the hole and shit? Look at them acorns, man.
Wow. You stick a coat hanger up there and they just keep coming out. And
yeah, that's crazy. One woodpecker did that.
I think he's good for the winter.
700 pounds. Man, this woodpecker was getting ready to flex the fuck up. He was getting ready to bulk up. He was going to take on Woody Woodpecker himself. He's like, I'm number one now.
He was perfecting his bachelor cave. He's like, lady, you want to come hang out for the winter? I got 700 pounds of nuts. We are good to go.
Okay. Evan froze for a minute. That was my fault. I apologize, people.
Oh, my audio froze?
No, your
my
video.
Camera froze?
Yeah, it was just when I switched over. So yeah, I thought that was amazing when I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god."
That's pretty cool.
A Canadian man went to the famous house on the movie Goonies. He harassed the homeowners and then stole their boat.
I was reading about that place recently.
And then, well, that house was for sale.
Yeah.
And
It's pretty much unchanged, and
yeah,
yeah, people can go right up to it, but that sucks if people are messing with it.
yeah, that's probably going to come to an end now. But there's people that actually, I don't know. It's almost like in their head they think they're going to go there and chunks going to run out and hey you guys and all that bullshit. That was a movie. People
Yeah.
filmed that, you know. But he ended up needing a Coast Guard rescue. But he's
No,
safe.
like any famous place, though. I mean, like I was watching Casey Anthony thing a couple months ago. I'm like, I wonder how much traffic people want to go by and see where the house was, where the house was.
There,
Think if you were a neighbor to that, like how much traffic has increased, just people stopping and taking pictures of the case, or whatever house is.
I don't know. I don't understand the infatuation with that either.
It just doesn't. Yeah, I saw a thing recently like Eminem's house, the house he grew up in, and everything. I'm like, I bet people go there and stop and take pictures all the time, whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a, I don't give a shit. I don't need to
I
see
don't
any.
either.
Yeah, I mean I don't need like what's it, I think it's strange that people go to like where Kennedy shot and will actually stand in the same place and they gotta wait. But like when the light turns red and shit, people run out there and take pictures. Standing on the exact spot where Kennedy got shot. Like,
I
what?
never thought about that, but I imagine people do.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was at this historic place.
Yeah, okay. A residential care facility faces $10,000 fine after Iowa funeral director finds woman pronounced dead, gasping for air in body bag.
They opened it up and she's, hey,
Yeah.
holy shit.
It's Jello night.
You got Alzheimer's and you remember that? Yeah, that's amazing.
Man. Oh, and another one. Yeah, well, I think we did this story last year around this time, hunting season. This one's in Kansas. Kansas man dies after being shot by dog.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Man's best friend, my ass.
in the truck. That's why you don't walk around with them fucking guns loaded.
Right.
Quit being stupid.
Dog jumps on the trigger and
One, it would have taken that guy 1 second to clear that round out of that shotgun. 1 second. Yeah. And now he's shot. And no, he fucking died, didn't he? Yeah, Kansas man dies after being shot by the dog.
that was a rough lesson to learn.
I know. Do you keep the dog? I do, because it was your dumbass fault for mishandling a gun.
The poor dog's probably got PTSD now.
Oh, yeah. There was one other one I wanted to do. Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm sorry. Lone male student faints after finding himself among 500 girls in Bihar Exam Center. So they're...
Man, that would be tough to concentrate in class.
I think that is it. Nope. Evan, for $1, I'm going to give you a hint. Hold on. Truck full of this hits overpass on Hutchinson River Parkway in Scarsdale, Arizona, and spills this frozen side dish all over the highway. Evan, for $1, what's all over the highway in Scarsdale?
Frozen side dish. Ice cream?
Who eats ice cream as a fucking side dish?
I do. I'm trying to think. Frozen.
Hey, I got a steak here. You know what would sound good?
Side
with
of
this?
ice cream.
Give me 2 scoops of ice cream right on the side of that steak. Evan, I'm not even going to count that. I'm going to give you one more guess. Ice cream.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. Um, frozen side dish.
Popular frozen side dish. Or a famous side, I should say.
We talking like frozen green beans? Or are we talking like something like that? You're talking?
Yeah, something frozen, Evan. That would be a side dish.
Okay, frozen broccoli.
No,
It's my
Evan.
what?
We're looking for French fries. Come on. Ice cream. Oh, shit. That was too funny right there.
See, I don't like these trivias. People find out how stupid I am. Don't like that at all.
Uh, it does kind of put you on the spot too. But still, Evan, ice cream for a side dish. Although
I don't
that is about all you had in your
freezer.
freezer, that and bushings.
Yeah, some car parts.
Uh, anyway, let's run over and check out our buddy Dave Moreland and the Bozo Criminal of the Day. This is how we end our news every Sunday. This one is called "He Should Have Told Them They Had the Wrong Number." Bozo Criminal today comes from Chicago, Illinois. Evan, we made it. We fucking made it. We're not anywhere near Chicago. You're a little closer, but still, it's usually Florida, New York, California. We got
Florida.
dumb people here too, and we really need to, shine the light on them. This guy's name is Ruben Zavalli. Well, he'd been casing a muffler shop for a while and decided it looked like a pretty good place to rob. He burst in, flashed a gun, and demanded that they empty the safe. Fine, except for one thing: the manager is the only person who can open the safe, and he wasn't there. Thinking fast, our bozo came up with what seemed to be a reasonable solution. Here's my phone number. Just call me when the manager comes in. I'll drop by and pick up the money. The guy left, said thank you, and they told him to have a nice day. They called the cops, and he's busted, Evan.
No surprise. I'm wondering how much money does he think a muffler shop really keeps in its safe? Do you think they got hundreds of dollars in there or thousands? I mean, why would they?
Jesus.
People don't pay that much with cash anymore anyway, you know?
No. Oh, here's another one. Maybe he's trying to let some fresh air into the place. Thanks to this guy is from Buffalo, New York. It says which proves again, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Does not apply to the Bozo University. It seems Bozo Ricky Wilson was arrested after allegedly throwing a rock through the front glass door of the U.S. Attorney's Office. He was charged with third-degree criminal mischief and released on his own recognizance. Or I can't say that word.
Reconnaissance.
Recognizance. There we go. Not the best idea. He was released and headed straight back to the scene where he threw another rock through the unbroken window.
He means business.
Oh my God. And there you go, guys. That's your news.
Madness.
I think I'll go after the show. I'm going to fix me a cheeseburger and nice side of ice cream with that. Oh my God. Sorry. I did snort, man. Oh, a couple of, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I think I'm losing it, honestly. I think I never had it. So, The other day I'm watching. I I get I got into a YouTube hole where it was stupid. I ended up watching this auction. It was live for like toys. Like
Toys.
yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the shit I had, but a Castle Grayskull still in the original box. They had to open it. They broke the seal for the first time, and I said, "Oh, I want to see how." Let me look this up. Yeah, this one. I mean, there's one. Here's one new in box, but it's been opened, but the box is there, and it's selling for $516. But it had to be the original.
Hmm.
Man, this thing ended up going for almost $300,000.
Wow.
Yeah, because it wasn't even. I mean, all the plastic was still on each individual. Like the little loose pieces were all still in the plastic and everything like that.
That's
Crazy. But I think that's the only thing that I had that would have been worth any money. And
mm,
yeah, and mine was so messed up, like because we took the Evil Knievel stunt cycle and tried to ram the castle door with it. You took Evil Knievel off, and your He-Man. They they had kind of a wide stance, so you could put them on different. Uh, like some of them had like battle lions or whatever the shit they were.
yeah.
But yeah, we tore that crap up. And to look how much money that shit's worth now, it's like, oh.
Yeah. I kn- I know I had some Tonka stuff. I remember a fire truck that you could actually hook up the hose to a faucet. I believe this was like back when I was like 4 years old. I don't know what happened to those. I know my mom, I think, sold them at a rummage sale with a neighbor or something. I don't know. My most of that is all gone, but that was the only stuff that I would say that I had back then. I had a pedal car, but I know some of those go for some money, but it wasn't like some
um,
of the rare ones, you know. Those
yeah.
will go for some of those pedal cars go for some good money.
Um, According to an article in the Chicago Tribune, the trucks sell for as much as $1,000 or more mint condition.
Tonka trucks?
Yes. But these are the ones through the 40s through the early 60s.
These would have been later. I don't know. No, they would have probably been from the 60s. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
yeah.
know. I mean, I was born in 70, so maybe they were new when I was young, but I remember a fire truck and I don't know whatever happened to it.
Uh, a 1974 Tonka Toys Mighty Mixer. There was a mixer that right now that'd fetch you a sweet $550,
Hmm.
which ain't a whole lot. Man, I don't think a lot of stuff holds value like it used to. I think the toy market is kind of almost like the baseball card
Yeah.
market. That was hot for several years, but I think a lot of people lost a lot of money on baseball cards.
Yeah. And with a lot of these toys, people find out they're not really that rare. A lot of people have them stashed away. And,
Right.
there's that one, whatever you said, sold for 300,000. There's probably some dude who has four of them doing the box. He's going to start putting them on eBay and he's only going to get 3,000. He's going to be like, what the hell? How did this happen? I don't
Right.
know. You had two drunk idiots in the same room, you know?
I was watching and a lot of people like these dudes are kind of like YouTube YouTubers or whatever, and that's the Paul brothers, that Jake and Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't know who they are, where they came from.
I think they were on like some Nickelodeon show or some Disney show or something, and they
Yeah.
kind of grew up and became douchebags. And,
And
and
well, one thinks he's an MMA fighter.
yeah, but he won't fight like anybody legit. Well, he says he's a boxer, but
Yeah.
he's just fighting like pretty much washed up MMA stars. That have already retired. I think the last guy he fought was like in his upper 40s.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man, you're 26. What? I don't even know how old he is, but he was trying to buy this like Pokemon card, just one fucking card, for like $300,000. And it's like, oh my god! And he's like, well, I didn't want to, waste it on cars and shit like that. I wanted to invest it.
Cars are usually a good investment.
Yeah, but no, and he's talking about buying a Pokemon or Pokemon. I don't know how to say it, but some card like that. It's like, boy, you're kind of slow, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Put your money in cars. They never go down. I never hear someone say, man, the bottom is falling out of the Jaguar market, or, you know what I mean? Of something of that level. It just doesn't happen. I mean, it's more solid than a lot of things. And
Right.
that's when the economy gets really rough. That's when, the muscle cars and shit start to go up. It's a solid investment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Evan, let's kind of close this down, and this is the live part of it, and then
Okay.
we will say goodbye to everybody. Remember, next Sunday, is that the Super Bowl?
I thought you said.
Okay. We are not live next Sunday. We will go live Monday evening, and we will discuss Super Bowl stuff. It'll be our Super Bowl halftime show the next day.
We'll talk about it after you're sick of everybody talking about it.
Yeah. So you'll get mine and Chili's. I'm just watching for commercials. I can't remember. I don't know. Once I get to watching football, I'll get into it. Because I know the game, so I kind of get into it. So we'll see who is in the Super Bowl. See, we don't even know that. I know
Well, sure, there's two brothers.
It's the Eagles. Who is it? Eagles and the Chiefs. And who did you say you were taking?
Eagles.
Okay, and I got the Chiefs. So there we go. I don't know what the bet is. Oh yes, I do. I think the loser has to sing at least 2 bars of any given song karaoke style.
Nobody wants to hear us sing.
Well, I know. That's why it'd be horrible. So we all win. Anyway, we'll figure something out. Anyway, gang, be sure to catch us this Wednesday on the list. It will be, I don't know if it's going to be top 25, top 50, 80s movies. Cool. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Anyway, gang, peace. We love you. Be good. Evan, tell them bye real quick.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Peace, guys. We love you. Be good to one another. Catch you Wednesday.
Later.
And make sure that... Did it stop? Yep. It stopped. Anyway.
It ended.
Yep. Oh, man.
What?
Welcome to Chili After Dark. Al's got to grab a smoke. So, I was talking about crawling down that rabbit hole of YouTube the other night. And I started to watch, Don Rickles and was on Carson. Everybody on that set had a cigarette going.
Really? Yeah, things have changed.
Johnny was smoking. I think Ed was rolling a joint. No, I'm kidding about Ed.
A blunt.
But you look over, the saxophone dude's got a cigarette like tucked into the back of the sax that's burning and everything. And I was like, wow, much different time.
That's funny.
And even like in soap operas and shit, then people would smoke in those. And, you'd on TV and all the time. I remember cigarette commercials.
And now it's a warning when you watch a show in the very beginning, it says, stuff across the top, nudity, adult language, smoking.
Tobacco, yeah, or tobacco use or something like that.
Like, oh my God, we have to warn people. Okay, kids, you can't watch this. Somebody's, I guess.
Crazy. Man, it does it. Whew. It's a crazy time right now.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, just in general. Everything that's going on in the world, it's like, wow. It's kind of a great time to be alive and a scary ass time to be alive.
It's been a wild ride for the last 3 years, and I don't see anything changing. It's just the shit that's constantly coming at us, the little mini crisis, the food, the fuel, the flu. It's been nuts the last couple of years, and like I said, I don't think it's going to change.
No. I think, but I don't want to get all political, and we're not going to. But I think we gave up way too many of our rights that once you give them up, you're not getting them back.
Never.
No. So I told somebody that the other day. I was like, you know what I miss? I was like, and it's little things that have just completely been like torn apart from us. Like, I feel sorry for anybody that works like sick. Ah, damn. Hello?
You there?
Yep. Hello? Hello? This happens every damn week. I don't know why. It's got to be his internet. Let's try calling. We'll try calling him back. Every chilly after dark. That's why we call it that. Uh-oh. Huh. Chili is not available. Uh-oh, we got shut down. See, we were talking about stuff we shouldn't have been talking about. I'm just saying. We'll give him a second or two, see if he calls.
Yo, are we back?
Yeah, we're back, man.
Dang it. I think that was me.
Yeah, it was. Because I looked over, I got my, I can tell when we drop, and we haven't dropped, so.
Well, I tried to call you back, and it said weak signal, and so I went, and it showed I was hooked up to the Wi-Fi, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't had that before, where it just had a weak signal where it told me that. Anyway, where were we? Freedom.
Yeah, it just FBI weaponization exposed. COVID experts must admit they were wrong.
No.
Yeah. And you got to, and I'm sorry, but this is why I wasn't so quick to jump on board with everything Fauci was saying. And then when they started silencing other doctors and scientists that were coming out and were just trying to give their opinions. And
Uh-huh.
that's what science is supposed to be, but it was like demonized, that
Yeah.
you were trying to kill people and everything like that. And it's like, no, we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And now you were wrong on everything when we could have been going in a different direction with it. So, I don't care what side of the political aisle you are on. You actually shouldn't be on either side. It should be the government working for its people, not the people working for the government.
Hmm.
And which is exactly what's happening right now. But I mean, if I don't know it, I said that from the get go. You don't silence people that you disagree with. You can disagree with them all day,
Hmm. The
but
doctors were silenced, and I mean that's red flag right there. There were so many. Um, um, oh, what are the two drugs that were banned? Oh my God, now I'm drawing a blank on them.
the pro. I don't remember. I know one of them, but I'm gonna butcher the name, and I don't want to the something. God, I don't remember.
I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Tired. Um, Now this is bugging me
Yeah, I can't remember him, but
because
yeah,
all I keep thinking is remdesivir, and that was what they were given to people that was actually causing their lungs to fill up with fluid and stuff, and
yeah.
then they would put them on the respirator and they'd finish them off. What was the stuff that they came out about Joe Rogan that he's taking this?
It was
Um,
yeah, it was. There's another form of it that's used for like deworming horses. So that's
yeah,
that's when CNN and everybody came out against Joe Rogan and said he was telling people to take horse dewormer and everything like that, and he wasn't. The cable news outlets and the mainstream media completely lied about Joe Rogan.
yeah,
And
because that's won a Nobel Prize for being used on humans as and it was working for people.
yeah,
And
yeah.
no, but you can't force a vaccine on people when you have stuff out there that works. So, you just connect the dots.
Uh, Another thing, supposedly there is the Will Smith thing. The slap heard around the world, as they like to call it. Supposedly Will Smith and Eddie Murphy have a little heat now.
Really?
And Eddie Murphy is actually catching a little bit of flack for this, and I don't think he should at all. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. Um, but he made a joke. He was given an award, and he goes up and he's giving his acceptance speech, and he's getting towards the end of it. And there's three things he says that you should do. One of them was pay your taxes, and the very last one was keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth. And he walked off. It was funny, dude.
Uh-huh.
He's catching a bunch of heat for this shit. And they're like, "Oh, you really shouldn't have been bringing that up." And Will Smith's, I guess, pissed off, but I think Will Smith's pissed off is more because he's embarrassed about the situation and wants it to go away.
Hmm.
And you don't want to relive that, and I understand that, but yeah, you also got to understand Eddie Murphy's a fucking comedian. You know,
It's getting harder and harder to be one these days.
Yeah, I mean, we're not comedians. We try to do a comedy podcast. We try to keep people entertained and, just laugh. And if we do talk serious shit, we want you to still have a sense of humor about it and everything like that. But you can't. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he did anything wrong. I thought it was a funny joke. I thought
Yeah.
it went well. I mean, the whole place was laughing, and they stood up, gave him a standing ovation, and it's only like afterwards when we start digging into shit. And I just wish we wouldn't do that so much as a human race, because I know we all do it. We look at stuff that we've done in our past and shit like that and try to, oh, it would have been different. You know what? That's kind of a waste of fucking time. Because you're not going back that way. You can't fix nothing. So just roll with the shit.
Yeah.
Laugh about it. Life's short. You only get one go around. Make the best out of it.
I'm with you.
I know people that have horrible pasts that have turned out to be completely awesome fucking people. So I don't know. I think you just got to kind of laugh it off if you're Will Smith. I think Will Smith did more damage saying anything about Eddie Murphy than and I don't know. I don't think he said anything too bad, but
Yeah, let it go.
yeah. I did find this one for you, and I just opened it. Abandoned car dealership with classic vehicles still inside.
Is it the AMC one?
No, it's when he spotted a ramshackle cluster of buildings at a side of a street with a couple old rusty classic cars out front, he decided to stop and take a closer look. The place was completely abandoned with lots of broken windows and discarded rubbish around it. The wooden garage doors on a long section looked rotted, blah, blah, blah. Sitting on the sidewalk out front was a rusty old Lincoln Continental with a for sale sign. When he took a closer look, he discovered a cave of classic cars. This is actually on YouTube. Let me find out what the dude's, and I can share the link with you. He found a white Ford Mustang, a 41 Ford Woody wagon, a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 convertible, a 77 Corvette, and more. It's quite a sad sight. The whole roof was collapsed into an old Buick and an old Seagrave fire truck. So, yeah, you might want to go check that out.
There's a AMC dealership that's been sitting for years. It's all fenced in, and there's been cars that were, the last AMC stuff, like 19 whenever, but they got bought out by Renault's like 1980, 81 or something like that. But they've been sitting there forever, just rotting into the ground and everything. And somebody just completely closed up that dealership and walked away from it. And now they're finally going in there and selling these cars off, which they're junk. They've been sitting out for so many years, and unprepped and everything. But that's one of the last dealerships that I've heard of that's still like that. But they pop up from time to time. And there was one a couple years ago in Oklahoma, old dealership from the 60s, and there was brand new vehicles, trucks that the dude wouldn't sell. He just put them out behind the place, and they were like brand new, but they were last year's model.
Now, like on that AMC dealership, if those cars were kept inside, I mean, wouldn't like the body and shit still be okay and everything like that on it?
Oh yeah, there's cars out there that are like brand new from 40 years ago that have been time capsuled.
Okay.
There's a dealership that's got that had two Grand Nationals from '87.
Oh.
brain. These were consecutive serial number cars, and they were like shrink wrapped. You know what I mean? And they
Wow,
finally got auctioned off a couple years ago. You know, it happens.
man. So,
Yeah.
so what would you have to do? Like, say, me and you went in this building and found a brand new Cadillac sitting there that still had the sticker and 5 inches of dust on that. What would it take to get that car running again?
I would change all the fluids and like the engine. I would what they like you take the distributor out and you run the oil pump and like pre-lube the engine and kind of turn the engine so you kind of like lubricate all the bearings with fresh oil before like firing up if it's been sitting that long, and hopefully the rings and shit aren't stuck. You have to do little stuff to the engine, maybe put some oil in the cylinders and kind of work it back and forth with like just loosen some things up and pump some fresh oil through it, if it's been sitting that long. But you know fresh battery and all that crap, and like I said, fluids, and see what happens. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and of course you're going to need tires.
Oh yeah, they're
Those are
dry
going to be
rotted, all
dry
that
rot.
jazz. Yeah.
So that AMC dealership, are those most of the cars there outside?
Yeah, they were sitting outside, and they
Yeah,
weren't like they were like, Concord 4 doors, and not like really high like AMXs and stuff sitting out there, or any brand
yeah.
new Pacers or anything. I don't know of any cars that are out there that are really like big time collectors.
Oh, okay,
The pl-
okay.
the place just shut down, and it's in North Carolina, so it's fairly preserved in the down south. Some areas.
Yeah, yeah.
If
No, North Carolina does get its share. Well, it gets a lot of rain during like hurricane season and shit like that too.
Yeah, but
So
mostly it's pretty dry. I mean, if you get the sun out and stuff sits out and it gets, if it gets dried out, that's good. But, sheet metal, it's when stuff sits in like carports around here, the sun doesn't hit it and it gets moisture, and that's when cars really, really rot out.
yeah,
I mean, but there's cars in Arizona, they've been sitting in junkyards for years, and the sheet metal's fantastic.
right.
Like people that restore old cars. They get them from Arizona, or there's a place in California that's a big lot, where people get cutouts, of a rear quarter of a car and stuff.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
It's amazing the stuff that is preserved in some areas. Well, like when we were out in Montana last year, all the like 60s, 70s trucks. I mean, you see them and they're faded paint and everything, and the interiors are probably cooked, but the sheet metal just straight as an arrow. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'd like to just bring these back here, throw a new interior in them, throw a junkyard, LS motor in them, and you could just flip those things, for people up here would eat them up.
Oh yeah, like those CS10s and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but just
they
60s, 70s, the old square bodies. I mean, people jump on those if they're solid,
right,
you
right.
know. They go for good money these days. Trucks have really gone up.
Hell yeah. Anyway, well shit, Evan. I don't want to go too over. We've been going like damn near an hour and 20.
Yeah, kind of long. Oh, but to back up, one of the
Oh,
things I was looking up, ivermectin is that
yeah.
was the one that they were on, and I can't remember the one that they were giving to people in the very beginning. Like in Africa, they were giving it to their people, and it was dirt cheap, and they were fighting. They had no COVID problems, and until they got off of that and started other stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway, ivermectin to
Yeah.
back up was one of them.
Yeah.
I just haven't thought about a lot of this stuff. I mean, like I said, 3 years in now. It's
Yeah, yeah.
of COVID. It's nuts.
I tell you what, the one thing that's pissing me off about it here in the state that I live on is these fucking state workers still working from home. Get your ass back to work. Get your fucking ass back. I'm tired of doing everything I have to do on the phone or on the internet, and they don't have the service to do it on the internet. I mean, it's like shit. Our website was probably, more complicated than theirs, and it just kept. Every time you tried to do something, it'd boot you off, and then you'd have to start all over again, and then you try calling somebody, and you leave a call, and then when they call back, like I could tell somebody was the lady I talked to Friday for the state. She was at home. Her kids and shit were yelling and shit in the back.
Yeah, that's something that's not going to change. I think the whole work from home thing is there's so many people that just, offices that have closed, and then there's companies that said, okay, you got to come back to work, and people quit.
That's bad for society. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. That is horrible for society for a bunch of people. You watch, we're going to have another obesity thing pop up in the next year or two, and they're going to blame that on COVID.
Well, that hurts the economy when everyone just sits at home and orders everything off Amazon,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
some
not
people,
sustainable.
yeah, some people get rich.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah, Bezos, he needs more money. He needs another jet. Why,
Well, I just saw that they announced that Amazon had a loss like the last quarter or something. I'm like, yeah, right.
I
Like
don't
who's
believe that.
cooking the books?
Yeah, I don't believe that. Well, probably compared to COVID, they probably are. It probably is a loss, compared to their the last couple years because there wasn't anything open. Walmart, that was the only fucking thing open.
So you think people got out and did more Christmas shopping this year?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
So I mean, I do believe that Amazon's taken. I know, dude. After after hearing what that dude makes and what some of them employees make and all that bullshit, I haven't ordered shit from Amazon. Unless I absolutely have to, I ain't giving that dude a damn penny. And that's the same with the Walton family. I'm not walking up into Walmart unless I absolutely have to.
Right. I'm the same way. And to me, it's not just what he makes or what they make. It's the conditions that the workers are in at times where they're like in a warehouse and they get a 20-minute break and they've got to piss and it's a 20-minute walk to the bathroom and back.
Yeah.
That's your whole break is to go and stuff like that where people are forced to piss in pop bottles and crap,
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrible. When the conditions that that they put these people under. It's not exactly what they're paying them.
I think it's what they're paying them too. They're not paying them a living wage. I mean, even here in Illinois, where we got high ass. But I knew this shit was going to happen in Illinois because the cost of all and here I walked into a gas station the other day, dude. They got one lady behind the counter. It was closed, and you went to this self-scanning thing. And we are moving to that everywhere. They're not going to... When you go to McDonald's now, they got one register. And they got all these kiosks. One register. I'm telling you, I bet you within 10 years... your fast food restaurants, your gas stations are going to be totally they're going to be automated. If you go in and get something, I think they're going to try to get rid of the actual paper money. They've been pushing that for a long time cuz that way government can track what you do. And they make sure they get every penny and
Uh-huh. You talk about automation. I'd never heard of the girlfriend's kid is in Paris right now. He's visiting a friend. They went to some place and they've got a pizza vending machine.
Yeah, dude.
Never heard of.
Like in, go look at the vending machine restaurants in Japan when we get off here, and look at everything you can get. It is amazing. It is amazing, and I think that's where we're heading. But if we do, how are people? If people can't work, and people, what are you going to do then?
Where do they get their income?
If there's no need for people working, what are you going to do?
Somebody's got to program those robots.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, look, Evan, I said we were going to get off here early. We're on at 1:15.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Anyway, man, great show. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it, Chili.
It was a
And
good time.
hopefully you guys stuck around. I don't know why you would. But if you did, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. And, man, until next time, peace. We love you. Be good to one another.
Good night.